Hey, Good Fox here. Today we're going to do a little bit of a tip video on how to stop the power G and counter and basically the whole scheme out of this I-form tight pair. It's out of the Cincinnati playbook, but Bengals power G, I know people have talked about a lot being a very good play. The counter is obviously a good play. So let's come out and counter here. I took the best run blocking offensive line in these Dallas Cowboys. So it's called counter, and then we can always audible to power G. So what I found after being on stream and getting destroyed by a guy running this scheme, I told people that I'd get in the lab and find a way to stop it. So that's how we found ourselves here. This nickel double A gap. I know nickel double A gap is in a few 4-3 books, but the double A, the 2-4-5s, and I think double A gap is in just about every single playbook in the game. So nickel dog 3 buzz. You want those four guys all going straight ahead right there up the middle, and then the nickel dog. We'll get to it. So you want auto flip on your defense. So these two guys are pretty important here. So this counter right away, how you set this up to stop the run, bring Mitchell down, and something with the O-line AI does that. I like this. You'll see this later. Well, we're just setting up now. And then Burns is kind of your user. So here's the pass defense behind it, and here's the run fits. What's silly about this run fit on the left here, you see the defensive end has the force. For some reason, EA's developers decided making custom run defenses shouldn't be easy. So that's also one of the reasons why the run's pretty good this year. But they have nerfed these counters a little bit. But here's how you can shut down counter right off the bat. See how he comes through and then boom, blows it up. So that should, oop, that's a little loud. Anyways, so that should blow up those counters pretty consistently. If this guy isn't here, the middle linebacker does not shoot through there for Shaz there to get the tackle in the backfield. Sometimes he won't. Oh, I just screwed that up. Let's get it back. All right, so Golden here. I like Golden on the outside of that hip right there because he has the force defender on the outside. That's for the power G defense, and then Burns is kind of your user sweeper, and then underneath pass defender. So let's run that counter one more time just to see it. Sometimes he will get held up a little bit. See there you can just suction tackle off the edge. You know, he did break quite a bit of distance, but let's hope your middle linebacker has a good enough tackle and mutt. Somebody with good speed, pursuit, obviously tackle, all that. But this is a little bit slow to set up, but there's only 3 adjustments to the stock play. And then counter once more. Shaz gets in and can tackle the quarterback before he even hands the ball off. So if your opponent sees that, he generally probably won't run counter. How you set this up fast, you're like, oh, this is really slow to set up. You go bring Mitchell down, press B once, bring Golden down, take Burns, take him off of his blitz, and then so let's switch to the power G, Bengals power G here. And this is, so the front side of this formation, you've got a few guys overloading, hopefully his side. So let's run it, and as your user, you're really gonna have to hit your run fit pretty good there. So you want to just hit your run fit, and then outside, and then your corner should be able to sweep up. That's still got a lot of yards there. Usually it's a little bit messier. You want high block shed guys and mutt. The Steelers, this is kind of, Hargrave isn't great. Golden isn't great either. You'd think he'd be great because he's Golden. But anyways, let's switch to the power G again and run the play. So you really got to hit your user there, and then it kind of gets some messiness in the backfield. So he might get a couple yards once in a while, but generally the messiness should be able to break him up. Oh, bring down Mitchell first is usually the way to go, and then you go across to Burns. All right, so that is the power G and counter defense. We'll just run it one more time. Switch to a little bit of, let's do the fullback dive. See, you know, you can always stop something in this formation, but the guys online, they always have another thing they can go to. So this is kind of why I set it up to stop everything, or try to. This is what I found. If you guys found something better, let me know in the comments. But this is just what I found in the lab the best way. So fullback dive, the fullback fake, halfback flip. Some guys run that off of this too. That just gets murdered. I could show you that if you want to in a little bit. Let's go back to the nickel dog 3 buzz and set it up again. All right, so your opponent generally won't want to run a fullback dive into every single gap being covered. Sometimes it will still work, the fullback dive, just because it's kind of glitchy like that. But your user kind of has to cover that. See how your user's there to cover both the fullback dive and the power G. So you kind of got to play like a triangle type deal here. The left run is pretty well covered with that counter. And then so the fullback dive here, you kind of just got to get your user. Oh, sorry, I couldn't get over to the right controller in time after hitting the snap of the ball. But otherwise, yeah, like if you want block shed there at those guys, your users here. All right, a fullback dive. Usually it's a little bit messier than that, but if you know he's gonna fullback dive, you can see that you can get a hit stick in there too if you have a good enough player. You want somebody like a safety there, like a Lawyer Malloy here in Burns' spot, and the nickel spot is ideal. Get some good safety. It doesn't look like it's not working like it did when I first discovered it. Yeah, golden here. All right, fullback dive again. Let's see if I can't get my Yeah, so that's a little bit messier. There, you kind of want to mess up their linemen. But so basically, your power G and your counters are shut down with this wide formation. So if they start fullback diving you to death, or you kind of will have to take that with your user. Your user might be free there to lay a hit stick, or should be free there. But otherwise, the fullback fake, halfback flip. You should realize why this is going to get just wrecked. Back to nickel dog 3 buzz. Bring Mitchell down. As you see, Mitchell there is going to be left just about alone. It's not going to be as pretty from what I saw in the before when I was doing this, working it out. It's not as pretty. So like Mitchell doesn't get like come right in and just hit stick that halfback because of the run fits. Because like I said, the run fits are just silly how they're programmed in Madden. Like you move guys around. You'd think. Like, look at this run fit. Why is the defensive end the force defender here? Anyways, we'll run it one more time to show it's not a fluke. Oop, there it goes again, vibrating on me. It's like a best friend. All right, what else is in this scheme? They have pass plays, but you generally, if they come out in this I-form tight pair with a pass play, you have such good coverage because you're only rushing 4. Your pass rush won't be the greatest because, again, you're only rushing 4, and it's not like a nano. But it's generally here to stop the run. Halfback toss is there too. It's kind of like any good user, you're going to have to use your halfback toss down. You won't be able to halfback toss left, but Burns here. So if your halfback tosses, you can kind of see it and force it inside. There you go. You got a corner to sweep up to. So yeah, generally, obviously, high block shed, speed, pursuit guys at these positions. The Shaz pursuit because he's just going to shoot in on those counters. But that is how I stop it, or how I will be stopping it, hopefully online in the upcoming future. Let me know if this works for you or if it doesn't. But that is it for today. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.